Hey, it's Papa. I'm sitting on the front porch of our tiny house, and I just want to talk about why Grammy and I live in a tiny house. Well, first of all, it's very cheap. We have our mortgage is $0, our electric bill is $0, our water bill is $0. We have a $0 heating bill. We have no major appliances like your washer and your dryer, your stove, your hot water heater ever to replace, and those get very expensive. So we save a lot of money. And hand in hand with that is that money that we save, we can spend it on what we want to instead of spending it on all that other stuff. We have the disposable income, the money that we can do whatever we want to with, that's comparable to, say, somebody who makes a couple of $100,000 a year. So we just spent $2,500 on mountain bikes, for goodness sakes. And also, we can go wherever we want to go. We travel a lot 6 months out of the year, spend money on what we want to do, stay as long as we want, and also we're able to invest our money now. We're starting to invest significant amounts of money in mutual funds that will stand us in good stead in the future. So that's a good reason to live in a tiny house and why we do it. Another reason, and a really important reason, is it's great exercise for the mind and the body for old people. Your mind and your body are active when you have to go, fetch water and haul it by hand, when you have to go chop firewood and haul that firewood, when you hand washing your clothes makes your mind and your body active. How do you hand wash your clothes? First of all, you don't have a lot of clothes to wash, and they're made out of the kinds of materials that wash and dry easily on a clothesline. I'll talk more about that later, but it keeps our minds active, and I think that's very important for old people, that will help them stay younger longer as they age. And finally, we live in a tiny house because it's living closer to the land. That's what we want to do, and it minimizes waste of limited resources, which is something that all Americans are eventually going to have to face. When you flush a toilet, you're flushing 2 gallons plus or minus of water down the drain. How many times do you flush a toilet a day? That's water that had to be treated somewhere in some plant, and you had to pay for it. If you don't have refrigerators and major appliances like that, you don't have a lot of food waste products that you take to the dump, and you don't have big broken down washers and dryer that you go chunk on the metal pile and all that stuff. So that feels good to Grammy and me, and those are the reasons that we live in a tiny house, and maybe it's for you too. Alrighty, pop out.